Hey there guys, I hope you guys are having a great day, and today we'll be looking at another figure from Snail, and if you guys are wondering where you can get this stuff, you can get them at gundammit.com. I'll leave a link in the description, and as you can see, the figure we're looking at is currently available, as well as the zombie Grizza, which I reviewed in the past. And here he is, Muse Asdo, which is basically just a nun. Now aesthetically speaking, this is easily my favorite figure, mainly due to how much you can strip her down. From an articulation standpoint, I would say that this needs a lot of improvement, as unfortunately this feels more like a statue than an actual figure. But you know what I wish this figure had? Bare naked legs, as that would have been perfect for this figure. And for anyone that's wondering, when it comes to snail shells, they're more skin revealing figures. They like to give them some boxes that don't show the figure at all. Alright, but let's quickly look at the accessories. As you can see, it comes with the stand, not to mention it comes with the little eye tool so you can adjust the eyeballs. On top of that, you also get some extra pegs. Unfortunately, this figure only comes with one extra faceplate. It does come with an extra 3 pairs of hands and 2 books, one of which is open and the other one isn't. Not to mention a special pair of accessories that was in the bottom left of the tray, but I'll show you guys later. And lastly, her main accessory, which is her weapon, which is a spear with a cross on it. And as you can see, it's very well painted, and what's really cool is that the area where the character holds the weapon, it's actually transparent. I absolutely love it when Snail does this. Basically, they paint the figure in a way to give this illusion that you can see the skin through the outfit. And they did a great job painting this figure. As you can see, they did this mostly in the white areas of the outfit. Honestly, it's stuff like this why I love Snail. I just wish their figures were a little bit smaller because they're supposed to be 1/12 scale. And something else that I like about this figure is when it comes to her underwear, it's designed in a way that gives the illusion like it's going inside of her cheeks. Now what I don't understand is why they decided to give her cheeks on the crotch piece. As you can see, they're already on the legs, which that would have been enough, but because they put it there as well, unfortunately that's going to hinder the articulation. Alright, and now let's go over the figure's articulation, and this is right here is why this figure is so bad. As you can see, her outfit is actually fully removable. The main reason that's a bad thing is because once you remove that thing that goes over her neck and the belt, the rest of it is basically one single piece. Even though it's made of a soft plastic, because it's a single piece, it goes over her crotch, her stomach, and her chest. It pretty much renders all of her articulation useless because it's all linked together now. So if you want that articulation back, you're gonna have to remove the whole outfit, and as a result, you pretty much will be left with a naked figure. Now when it comes to Snail, their articulation is always their weakness. You're mostly buying their figures for the visual appeal. And here's what the figure looks like without the outfit. This will free up the articulation for the chest, but when it comes to the stomach, it does give you a bit more range, but unfortunately it's not much. This is why I wish the figure came with an extra pair of legs. You see those silver bands on her arms and legs? That's actually where the arms and legs detached. So if it had an extra pair of legs, we could have had this figure fully naked. And as you can see, this is about as far forward as it can go. It can still do it with the outfit on, however it'll naturally hinder it. But at least now you can freely rotate the chest and the stomach. It has a little bit more range. And as you can see, when it comes to bending the figure backwards, it's pretty much non-existent. And on top of that, when it comes to the legs, it also doesn't do anything because of how the cheeks are on the crotch piece, pretty much blocking the legs from going in that direction. That's why the cheeks should only be on the legs and not the crotch piece, because it always hinders the articulation. And so that you guys are aware, her outfit, it actually connects directly into her chest. As you can see, there are pegs on the outfit, and they conveniently connect to right where her nipples are supposed to be. And as you can see, this is what the chest looks like with everything off. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on YouTube, even though they're just holes for the pegs to go in. And these right here are the special accessories that I mentioned earlier. And as you can see, they're just to cover up her chest. And I know I've said this already, but man, if only this figure came with swappable legs, as this would pretty much allow you to have the figure completely naked minus those silver pieces. And lastly, as you can see, those things around her wrists are actually removable. All you gotta do is remove the hand and there they pop out pretty easily. Now when it comes to her faceplate, she only has two. As you can see, this is her default one, which is a happy expression. And just as a reminder, you can use the tool that comes with the figure to articulate the eyes. And when it comes to her second faceplate, this one has her eyes closed, so this is more of a praying one, but you can also use it for sleeping. Now when it comes to the hair, it is made of a soft plastic, that's pretty good, but unfortunately there's no articulation with it. And as you can see, they actually did put some paint in the hair and it does look really nice. And because this figure is a nun, it comes with a black veil headdress. And just like the hair is made of a soft plastic and it's just a static piece, so it just sits on the head. But if you don't want to display her with that thing, you can pretty much put this one strand of hair on her head. Honestly, it's kind of a weird thing to include, but I personally like it. As I stated before, when it comes to Snail Shell, the articulation isn't as good. You're mostly buying these for the aesthetics of the figure, and quite frankly I'm very happy with this, especially with how much you can strip her down. I absolutely love what you can do with this thing. For anyone who's unaware, Snail Shell likes to re-release their figures in different color schemes, and I'll definitely be getting this one if they ever make one because I absolutely love this figure. Alright guys, and for anyone that's new, I like to do cheek comparisons with all the female figures that I collect. So now it's time for the cheek comparison. And as you can see, when compared to Zombie Grizza, which was also made by Snail Shell, or when it comes to comparing her to Cammy, which was made by Jada Toy, she definitely doesn't stack up as well. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they decided to give her cheeks on the crotch piece. Not only does it hinder articulation, but it just doesn't look as nice as these other figures. If I had to make a guess, I say they did it because of the design of the underwear. Don't get me wrong, I do like the visual of her underwear getting sucked in between her cheeks, so that's why you can't see it, but not if it comes at the cost of the articulation. Alright guys, and now we've reached the end of the video, so now it's time for the size comparisons. And here she is next to my Snail Shell Zombie Grizza and Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. My Jada Toy Street Fighter Cammy and Guile. My Mofex Marvel Gwenpool and DC Batman Hush. And lastly, my third-party figure art Zeno Vegeta and Zeno Goku. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and please like and subscribe, and I'll be uploading more soon, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!